viva.
Viva!
Viva, viva, Ayo, viva, viva.
Viva Dictor Machar, viva.
Viva!
Viva, Dr. Natal, viva.
Viva Kuluna, viva.
Viva, Kulna, viva.
South Sudanese, viva.
Viva, viva, viva.
I am very excited for having me in the clubhouse. And this is my first time being in the clubhouse. I was informed a few days ago that members want me to brief them on the current affairs in our country. Before I proceed, I would like to call upon all of you. If you are doing something now, or you are walking, or whatever you are doing, let us have a moment of silence and stop whatever we are doing in honor of our country, in honor of our fallen heroes, in honor of our wounded, in honor of our refugees and IDPs, those who are suffering on the floods, those who are suffering without food and medicine. Thank you so much. Thank you, comrades. I would like to observe all the protocols. I may not know who and who is online, but all our protocols of our great and mighty party is kept. The protocol of our country, old and young, women and children, the protocols are kept. I'm happy to join you today to address you for the first time. I might have met some of you in teleconferences, in your chapters, in your coordination offices, in your representative offices, on one-on-one calls, and so on. But today we are all gathered here in the name of our party and our struggle. You are aware, comrades, that in March, the plot of the regime manifested itself. The regime rejecting peace and stability in our country. The regime rejecting the unity, the reconciliation, and healing of our people. They decided again to spoil the peace. A peace had won. Today, as we speak, IO being established in 2014 in Nasser, the beautiful town of Nasser. And today is 2025. We are over 10 years in the struggle. having wasted the first peace agreement, 2015, and now we have the second peace agreement of 2018, also abrogated. The regime in Juba is less to do with the people of South Sudan and is most to do with the ruling elite, those who captured our country, those who are wasting our resources, stealing and looting, repatriating resources to East Africa, to Middle East, and elsewhere. Those who are burying resources accruing from oil and gold. They are not using the banks. They are using holes, mattresses, and pillows to hide stolen money. Those who are killing without accountability. Those who are destroying the country in the name of tribalism. If you see online today, even the worst criminals are being praised just because they come from one's own tribe and community. A country we once cherished, a brand new country that we got from the Arabs, who enslaved us, who marginalized us. But today it has been destroyed. We inherited a new masters that we thought they were our brothers and sisters. But today they would kill their own brothers and sisters. They would displace the population. They would love to see IDPs remain in the hands of UNMIS. Refugees, over 4 million, remain in foreign countries. They are not bothered. But we are bothered. We, as the party, SPLM, SPLA, IO, we are bothered and we are prepared and ready to lay down our lives, ready to fight our way to freedom. Building a nation is not easy. Building a country and liberating a country is never an easy task. Some people died in the process. Others will get wounded in the process. Others will raise resources for that process. Others will travel length and time for that process. Others will get arrested, as we have our chairman and commander-in-chief now being arrested and detained by the enemy, going without food, without clean water, without electricity in a hot city. All these are prizes of struggle, prizes of liberation. We will never stop, we'll never relent until we achieve the victory, the freedom of our people, the unity of our people, the true independence of our country. Comrades, the peace being spoiled in Juba. I know some of you raise a lot of questions that we have been not paying attention. Why did we allow ourselves to arrive at this stage? But I want to clarify to you today that whoever wants to become a leader of a country, if you want to become a president of your country, the first mandate that you must pursue, the first project that you must work for is the peace and stability and security of your people and their property, of your country and its people. We have given our efforts, our energy to work for peace in South Sudan. The war of 2013, which was sparked by mismanagement and dictatorial tendency of Salva Kiir Mayardit, that war was senseless. Nobody wanted it. We thought we can resolve our issues through dialogue. But he unleashed war. War has never been our project in South Sudan. Peace has been our project in South Sudan. Peace in the country, peace in the region is what we work for. When IGAD called for peace, we with open hands accepted. Not because we are weak, but because we wanted to build our country, which other people are now destroying. The first agreement went. The second agreement now is also gone. We will still not relent that at the end of everything, it is peace, it is tranquility, it is stability that we want for our people. Because the basis of everything, the basis of livelihood, the basis of construction, rehabilitation, resettlement, the basis of development, industrialization, the basis of commerce, the basis of agriculture is not in war, it is in peace. And this is not a show of weakness. It is a show of strength. It is a show of vision for our country. That the vision is not war, the vision is peace. Should we capture power today, we shall ensure that peace returns to every part of our country. That is our fundamental vision. It is peace that will make us to fight. Those who would want to enslave us, those who would want to marginalize us and to marginalize other parts of the country, it is peace that will make us to fight and sacrifice. This is my introduction to you today in the forum. Secondly, I would like to highlight to you a trajectory that we shall be taking as we move forward with our struggle. Our number one objective is to ensure that Dr. Riek Machar and other political detainees who are being detained in Juba and around the country are all released. Some of you have these bordering questions that if Dr. Riek Machar is released today, does that mean means the end of the story? It is not the end of the story, comrades. The release of Dr. Riek Machar cannot return back the forces that were attacked in the cantonments that are now scattered in the bushes. The release of Dr. Riek Machar cannot guarantee that the regime will not arrest him again the following day, or the following week, or the following month, or the following year. The release of Dr. Riek Machar cannot guarantee that peace has returned to the country. But the release of Dr. Riek Machar can be a beginning of the return of peace in our country. If we handle it well, that Dr. Riek Machar is released today. If we handle it well, peace will return to our country. And Dr. Riek will not be arrested again. He will not be prevented from leaving the country, whether he wants to go for treatment or he wants to go for visit or anything. Once he's released, we will usher in dialogue, because there are a lot of issues that are at stake. There are fundamental issues that we have at hand. The issue to do with the peace agreement, the political track of the peace agreement, which has been now dismantled by President Salva Kiir Mayardit. He has removed most of our leaders in the executive at the national level. They arrested Dr. Riek and placed him under detention. They arrested other ministers. Potkang placed him under detention. They arrested other generals. Gabriel Drobmla placed him under detention. They arrested over 100 people who are now under detention in Juba and around the country, including Lake State and other areas. They have been arrested illegally. These are peace warriors. These are people who traveled to Juba without bodyguards. They knew the danger that was before them, but yet they love peace more than themselves. Dr. Riek Machar, once he's released, it must be followed by dialogue to resolve the outstanding issues. It will not be the end of the story if he's released. It will be the beginning of the story. We must begin serious dialogue with the regime. The ceasefire, which has been broken, the cessation of hostilities agreement, broken, all must be restored. And you cannot restore this just by a release of Dr. Riek. You must engage with the enemy, with the people's enemy that are now engaging our troops, that have been bombing our civilians, fighting them, maiming them, abducting them, conscripting them, killing them. We must know the reason why they are killing our people. They are displacing our people. They are destroying peace in our country. We must ensure that such incidents of 2013, of 2016, of 2025 must not repeat itself if we are to have genuine peace in our country. If we are to have an agreement which is credible, which is respected, there must be a guarantee that these mayhem does not take place again. We must restore the RRCs to its original shape. All the position we lost at the national level, at the state level, at the county levels, must be restored to SPLM, SPLA-IO. Security arrangements, recommitment to permanent ceasefire and cessation of hostilities must be done. Implementation of security arrangements must be restored and strengthened. We don't want a situation where the regime would deceive us. We are going to unify next month. We are going to unify next week. We are going to deploy. And yet they are preparing for war. We will not accept this. We must be ready to negotiate very tough terms with the regime so that we don't fall prey again to a regime based on tribalism, a regime, a clique, a kleptocratic regime that is ruling the city of Juba, threatening people with deployments of arms, APCs, tanks, and inviting foreign mercenaries. We must negotiate genuine terms of peace agreement and ensure that the regime is ready to implement it. Should we fail, comrades, to achieve all this, I know we are navigating very complicated trajectory with part of us in detention, part of us inside in the country, and part of us outside in the bushes, in the region, and in diaspora. The question that comes next, what if we fail to release the chairman? What if we fail to restore our assets? What if we fail to release the political detainees? What if we fail to stop the war, the onslaught of the enemy? The obvious answer is in our slogan, a luta continua. A luta continua. We will continue to resist. We will continue to struggle. We will continue to fight for our rights and the rights of our citizens. We will continue to protect our citizens, our population. We will obviously fight for regime change in Juba. We will not want to see the regime in Juba. The regime in Juba that is destroying the country every day, looting resources of our people, killing our people, displacing them, keeping them in squalid condition in the POCs, in the refugee camps. That regime must end. And there is no fear of contradiction in this. 4 million people in refugee camps, over 2 million people in the IDPs. The 16 counties who are profiled by the regime, and they are now killing them. The marginalized periphery of our country, the marginalized masses of our people, all other political forces who share ideas, ideals with us. Those who are opposed to the regime, genuinely opposed to the regime. Those who have grievances with the regime, they will unite their hands. They will unite their blood. They will unite their nationalities. They will unite their people, their masses, to fight for the liberation, total liberation of the Republic of South Sudan. We don't care whoever is in alliance with the SPLMIG, with the SSPDF, whether they are UPDF, whether they are RSF, whether they are new allies. We really don't care. We will fight and defeat all of them. The country is ours. The gods of our mountains, the gods of our valleys, of our rivers, of our forests. We have lived from mighty enemies, enemies that were backed by mercenaries from Iraq, Iran, Syria, from Middle East, in terms of finances, in terms of manpower and weapons. Nothing to compare with what we see today in Juba. The union of thieves, the union of those who destroyed the country, the union of people who kill our leaders, who kill our people. We shall never relent. We shall never surrender. We shall never give up. We will continue fighting to defend our rights, to defend our country. The territory of our country is known. Nobody should fool anybody. SPLM, SPLA-IO is quiet. We are not saying anything now about the ongoing impasse along our borders. But IO, the mighty SPLM, SPLA-IO, is capable to defend the boundaries of South Sudan. We know our boundary is intact as they stand on the 1st January 1956. We got our independence first in the region of East Africa in 1956. Our territorial integrity is well defined, and it is in the records of the UN system, in the UN Charter. It is very clear. Our territory are well defined. Those who got independence later and are now encroaching, taking advantage of the weaknesses of the regime that is busy stealing our resources, killing our people, dividing our masses, and they don't care about our sovereignty. They don't care about our territory. We lose. Those who encroach on our territory, they will lose. One day, South Sudanese will unite from east to west, from north to south. They will all unite. From center to the periphery, they will all unite. The White Army will unite. The Red Army will unite. The Blue Army will unite. The Green Army will unite. The Monyamiji will unite. And everybody will unite. And they will look for their territory. Taken by who, grabbed by who, they will look for it. The regular forces will look for it. The reserve forces will look for it. Our militias will look for it. Let people not take us for granted. This is a signal that I give to those who are playing with our boundaries, those who are meddling with our territories, those who are being deceived by the regime in Juba that they can mortgage our lands in the southern borders, in the eastern borders, in the northern borders, in the western borders. Those who are meddling with our territory, they will lose. They will face the enemies when they all unite one day. Lifetime. It can be after our lifetime. Nobody will grab our territory. A territory liberated by the spill of blood of our people for centuries. This is what I want to say. I know you have another question. What about the alliance between IO and other political parties and other political forces in the country? Yes, nobody can prevent SPLM, SPLA-IO from allying with anybody who shares the same objective to defend the country, the same objective to defend the human rights of our people, the same objective to fight for freedom of our country, of our masses, of our citizens. Nobody can stop IO from seeking allies with anybody who would advance its objective. We met in the forests of South Sudan. We met in the forests of Equatoria. We met with the NAS under the leadership of Thomas Cirillo. We met with them in the bushes when we left the cantonment, when we were fought in the training centers, and we left those areas, and we went to the bushes. We found South Sudanese who are also equally angry, who are equally aggrieved by the regime. Their grievances and our grievances have met, and we share one thing in common. The person killing us is the same. The person looting the country is the same. The people who are destroying the country, they are the same. Our definition of the enemy is the same. We met in the forest with the NAS under the leadership of Thomas Cirillo. Those who have been pursuing us, yay, coming from Libogo, coming from Panyume, coming from Kajukeji, coming from Juba, they are the same and one enemy. They have been pursuing us. We have no hesitation to join hands together, to join our forces together, so that we can fight for our own self-defense. We can fight for the defense of our citizens. We can fight for the defense of South Sudan, which is now being mortgaged and being sold off by the enemy based in Juba. I hear people in Juba are complaining. That is nonsense and rubbish. They are free to go and get, they think they are free to go and get allies in other countries, in Uganda, in Sudan, in Middle East, in Eastern Africa, and elsewhere. They think getting alliance is their exclusive business. That is false. That is mischief. We are free to get allies within the country. These are our brothers and sisters who are also suffering like us, who are also defending the masses of our people like us. We join hands with them, and we will continue to cooperate as long as we share the same political objective. The regime in Juba is to blame. We are not to blame. They say those of Thomas Cirillo, the NAS, are not part of the agreement. Okay, if they are not part of the agreement, why? Is it not because they have realized probably that the regime was not serious about peace agreement? That's why they refuse to commit themselves under our assist. And now truly the regime has destroyed the agreement. They have abrogated the agreement. They have destroyed every chapter of the agreement. And now we have been pushed out of the agreement. We have been pushed out from the security arrangements. We have been pushed out from the Council of Ministers by replacing our ministers. We have been pushed out from the presidency by arresting and detaining our chairman. Where is the agreement now? Where is the agreement? There is no agreement. The agreement is the same as destroyed. So we continue to work with NAS. Wherever our forces are, they will cooperate. They will have innocent passage. They will have joint operation. They will share intelligence. They will share water points. They will share canoes. They will share food. They will share anything little they can get. If we are in Barkazal and we get anybody in the forest, we get anybody also aggrieved in the forest, we'll join hands with them. We'll join hands with them. If we are in detention, in Giada, in Blue House, and we get anybody who is also illegally detained, who is also aggrieved like us, they are prisoners, and our prisoners will join hands together, will suffer together, will call for freedom together, and we therefore call for the freedom of all political detainees, not only IO detainees, not only IO political detainees, all any other political detainees in the country, we want them free. We are a freedom fighter movement. We fight for the freedom of our people. We will not accept that anybody should be detained illegally, detained without trials. We call for all political detainees who are in detention of the regime. They must all be released and see their freedom and enjoy their country, enjoy the independence dividends, enjoy peace dividends. This is what we stand for. Our people who are in detention, if they meet with people who are also detained, even if they are not IO, will have sympathy with them, will not relent to call for their freedom. This is what I want to add. And in Upper Nile, I'm calling upon the unity of our cadres and our members in Upper Nile. I know there is a lot of grievances, there is a lot of difficulties, stress in Unity State. There is a lot of suffering. Army, the civil population. We have the White Army who are also fighting to free themselves from fear of loss of their population, loss of their property, loss of their parents, loss of their villages, property, schools, hospitals, and so on. We have our troops in Upper Nile who are fighting to defend the same population, who are fighting to protect the property, to protect our population. I know there is difficulties. People are disenchanted. Others feel like leaving, giving up. Giving up is not an option, comrades. You give up, you join the enemy. You are worse than the enemy. The enemy who killed our people in 2013, in 2014, in 2015, in 2016, 17, 18, up to date. Leaving the struggle, selling off to join the enemy is not an option. You become worse than the oppressor. You become worse than the enemy. We have not seen justice yet. We have not seen our people free from refugee camps returning home. We have not seen our people free from the IDPs returning home. We have not seen the villages that have been destroyed being rebuilt, the roads, the hospitals, the schools being put back. We have not seen them yet. This is the death of the regime. This is the reason we cannot tolerate the regime. This is the reason, if there is any peace to be implemented, it must answer all these grievances that I'm highlighting to you. We have not seen the murderers, the warlords, who have consumed the lives of our people, who have destroyed the property of our people, including in Fiji, in Panjak, in Nasir, in the 16 counties, in Equatoria, in Chololand, in Barakazal. The regime that is responsible for street kids in Juba, street kids in Kwajok, street kids in Awil, The regime that is responsible for the widows in Barakazal, that is responsible for illegal conscription in the name of Matianganyor, in the name of Dutkubeng, in the name of Gelweng, taking them to die in front lines. Young children who are supposed to go to school. We have not yet seen justice and accountability on the side of the regime. We have not yet seen that the regime has changed, that the regime will not do it again. We have never seen this. Therefore, surrender is not an option. A luta continua is the only slogan. We'll continue fighting to free our people, to free ourselves from the regime. I'm talking to you today. The road to freedom may be short or may be long. The road to freedom will mean the release of our chairman and political detainees. The road to freedom will mean a stop on attacks on our position and return to genuine dialogue. And if there will be no genuine dialogue, I urge you, comrades, that we shall not give in. We will never give in to fake peace again. We will never give in to fake dialogue meant to lure us to be killed again by the regime. And don't be talking about fake dialogues and so on. That time, if they feel the of war, they feel the pain of losses and casualties, they will approach to call us for peace talks. We will not hesitate to present ourselves in any peace forums. What we shall be looking for in any peace forums will be genuine peace, genuine agreement. And if we don't get, we'll not hesitate to also register our concerns that there is no peace in such a forum. We'll continue with you. I want to give my vote of thanks to all of you in the diaspora, to all of you in the front lines, to all of you in the liberated areas, for your firm stand. The diaspora, your stand has been very firm. I have no word to express. And I want you to continue standing tall, standing for our people, standing for South Sudanese, standing for our country, standing for our territorial integrity, standing for our independence, standing for our refugees and IDP, standing for those who are in jail, standing for those who are in Juba City but are unable to leave the city, whether to go to their estates or whether to go. The regime has captured everybody who is in Juba, whether they are free or not, whether they are in detention or not, whether they are active constitutional post holders or not. They are not allowed to travel to their estates, to their counties. They are not allowed to board any plane to leave South Sudan. This is how the regime has dealt with our people, has dealt with the peace agreement, has dealt with the political space. There is no political space now in the country. What you see in Juba with those of Parkwall is just a co-option, a recruitment by the regime. Those of Parkwall were bought by chunks of money and favors and false promise that they will Machar 10. His name is that they seek to destroy. They have been deceived that if they do what the regime wants, they will be safe. But their safety comes only at the expense of their constituency. Their safety comes only at the expense of the lives of their population. For instance, now in Panjak, Parkwall, who comes from Panjak County, is unable to prevent the military campaign that is now ongoing in Panjak. His citizens, his relatives, sleeping on the flats. They have no food. They have no medicine. Because hospitals that are being run by agencies are bombed. So, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, we have a call to liberate our country. We have a call to protect our people. We have a call to defend our citizens, to defend our sovereignty, to defend our territory. This is not a call of an individual. This is not a call of one tribe and community. This is not a call of one region. It is a call of everybody, a call of 64 tribes. If you want to be free, if you want to enjoy your country, you want to enjoy the independence of your country, you want to defend the territory of your country, you have a call. And this call requires you to sacrifice from your pockets, to sacrifice from your bank accounts, to sacrifice your lives, to sacrifice everything that you have, so that the mission is accomplished. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much to say at this juncture. I will hand over to the moderator so that they can lead us to the next stage. Thank you so much.